Hi guys, I am Vihabat from SVCE and today we're going to talk about hydroelectric power plants. So in this video, we're going to talk about the introduction, what is hydroelectric power plant, the components of hydroelectric power plant, advantages, its disadvantages, types of hydroelectric power plants around the world, future of hydroelectric power plant, and then the conclusion. So for the start, introduction. So here we will explore the fascinating world of renewable energy and its crucial role in shaping our future. So as the global demand for the electricity is rising, it is becoming increasingly important and necessary to find sustainable sources of energy like solar energy, wind energy, and even hydroelectric energy. So hydroelectric energy is one such source, and it harnesses power from water to generate clean and reliable and affordable electricity. So in this presentation, we're going to know more deeply about what is hydroelectric power plant, its advantages, its disadvantages, and other challenges that we might face in this. So what is hydroelectric power plant? It is a type of renewable energy facility that harnesses the power of water to generate electricity. So it contains few components which are mainly dam or reservoir which stores water, and then intake structure to control the flow of water, a penstock to direct the water to the turbine, and a generator to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So the amount of energy that can be generated in hydroelectric power plants depends on several factors like height of the dam, volume of water flowing through the plant, and efficiency of turbines and generators. So next we're going to talk about the components. So first of all, it consists of few key components like the dam, the reservoir, turbine, and generator. So the dam is used to create a reservoir of water. So here it stores the water, makes sure that it can hold very huge capacities of water for long durations of time, and then it is released through turbines. So turbine helps to spin the water flow. So it spins on the basis of water flow and generates electricity, which is then sent to the generator. The generator converts the mechanical energy from the turbine into electrical energy, which can then be transmitted to homes, businesses via power lines. So it may also include other additional components such as transformers, switch gates, and control systems. So what are the advantages of hydroelectric power plants? So advantages is it forms a lot of energy generation. So we can produce a lot of electricity with the help of hydroelectric power plants. It is one of the cleanest sources of energy available today, with no greenhouse gas emissions or air pollutants produced during the operation of electricity using this process, unlike nuclear energy sources. Next, it is also highly efficient and it has conversion rates of up to 90%. Next, since they are renewable but also have low operating costs and minimal environmental impact, they are very famous and very uh, preferred form of energy production. So it also makes it cost-effective option for many countries and regions around the world. This means that large percentage of energy can be generated by the plant is actually delivered by or to the consumers. Next are the disadvantages. So one of the biggest concerns is their impact on wildlife and ecosystems. So the constructions of dams and reservoirs can disrupt natural habitats. So we are clearing a part of the forest, or we are stopping the flow of water and then constructing dams in those areas. This can lead to displacement of tribal groups or even animals and their it'll lead to changing of their natural habitats, and it'll also alter the flow of water. So the release of water from dam can cause sudden changes in water levels downstream, and this can be very harmful to the plants and animals. And the next challenge is actually the high cost of building and maintaining hydroelectric power plants. So maintenance and repairs can be very costly and time consuming. So dams and other infrastructures require significant amount of investment. So the initial investment is very high. Even the maintenance and costs are also pretty high. And it will take a lot of time for dams to be constructed. So it can take from 2 to 5 years or sometimes even more for the construction of dams. But despite all these challenges, people believe that the benefits of hydroelectric power plant outweigh their drawbacks, so making it a valuable source of renewable energy for futures. So now let's discuss the types of hydroelectric power plants. So there are three types of hydroelectric power plants. One of them is a run of the river. Next is pumped storage. Next is reservoir based plants. So run-of-the-river plants use the natural flow of the river to generate electricity. They do not need huge dams or reservoirs. They have low capacity and efficiency, but they have very minimal impact on the environment. Next is pumped storage plants. These form a low reservoir to a high one during off-peak hours. So it release and then they release the water back to the turbines during peak demand. So they work based on the demand. When demand is high, they run more. If not, they don't run much. So they have higher capacity and efficiency, but they do require significant infrastructures. So they're costly to make and they leave a large environmental footprint. Next is reservoir-based plants. So here the water is stored in huge reservoirs and dams behind dams, and they're released through turbines. And this is where we produce electricity more. So they have the highest capacity and efficiency. They also have the greatest impact on local ecosystems and communities. So next is hydroelectric power plants around the world. So they are a significant source of renewable energy around the world. Countries like China, Brazil, and Canada have some of the highest hydroelectric power capacity in the world, which each country generating over 10,000 megawatts of electricity annually. Other countries such as Norway, Sweden, etc., also have high percentage of their electricity generated from hydroelectric power plants. In India, however, solar energy is the most renewable energy source that we have, which is used more than hydroelectric power plants. But hydroelectric power plants was one of the first renewable source of energy harvesting that we saw in this world. So in fact, hydroelectric electricity accounts for over 90% of electricity generation in both Norway and Venezuela. So what is the future of hydroelectric power plants? It is quite bright, and with new technologies and emerging trends driving growth and innovation in the sector. One promising area of development is the use of small-scale hydroelectric power plants, which can be installed in rivers and streams to provide local communities with reliable source of renewable energy. So these plants are more environmentally friendly than traditional large-scale plants. They have minimal impact on wildlife and ecosystems. They also do not displace tribal sectors or people. Another trend in hydroelectric power sector is the use of advanced monitoring and control systems, which operates to optimize plant performance and reduce maintenance cost. So coming to the next point, these systems use real-time data to detect and diagnose issues before they become major problems, ensuring that plants operate at maximum efficiency and reliability. Additionally, the use of digital twin technology is becoming increasingly popular. This allows us to stimulate plant behavior and test different scenarios without risking the damage to the actual plant. Coming to the conclusion, so we can tell that hydroelectric power plants are crucial components in the transition to sustainable energy future. They provide renewable and low-cost electricity with minimal environmental impact, making them an attractive option for countries around the world. While there are some drawbacks, such as their impact to wildlife and ecosystems, or they're mitigated through careful planning, and they are also mitigated through careful planning and management. Additionally, new technologies and innovations are being developed to make hydroelectric power even more efficient and sustainable. Thank you.